What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again from Server 1 representing IC. Guys, welcome back to some Tribes content. People are worried. I took one day off of Tribes and everyone's like, is Payne still doing Tribes content? Absolutely. This is still my main game, guys. I will always cover Tribes. This is what I kind of built my whole YouTube thing on, and I'll continue doing so. Just real quick before we go into the actual content today, I just want to say a big thank you to all the Japanese players, English players, and European players who actually went ahead and signed the petition. We're almost at 2K, guys, in less than 3 days, which is fantastic. Now, I just want to really quickly talk about this. The petition isn't here to cause any problems, guys. It's actually here to improve the game. So we're hoping that once Golden Week hits, we're gonna see what Bandai brings out. If there's nothing out, then we'll actually send out the petition to Bandai professionally with a few emails from different people. Hoping this petition kind of stirs the boat a little bit, rocks the boat a little bit, stirs the pot and rocks the boat, and we'll see what comes out of it. If nothing comes out of it after a few weeks, because we don't expect instant results after this, right? Or even some responses. Hopefully we get some responses from Bandai. If we don't get anything, then we will go on to step 2. I've already actually stopped spending money personally on this game now until I see some fixes. That's my contribution to this. I know you guys may think that's crazy, but you know what? I don't feel like supporting a game that isn't supporting its community. So I will continue to do what I can to make this better on all of our behalfs, and I thank you all for participating on this journey. For those who are hesitant, please know this game will not shut down because of a little bit of a communication with Bandai. This is not the intention of this. Anyways, back to what we're doing. So today, guys, we're going to be covering the Fist of the Hokage, and that is the 3 Naruto tribe here, which is probably one of the best tribes to have come out in a very long time. Not only because the tribe itself is fantastic, but the 3 units are very, very good, and they're really, really hard to kill. So we're going to do what we've done before, guys. I'm going to go through it with you, and then we're going to talk about what this is all about and where you want to use it and the ratings in each content. All right, so let's actually get into the team and look at the tribe itself. I'll go ahead and filter it. And now you know this is a Naruto tribe. Obviously, all 3 Narutos are involved. So we're going to go ahead and click on Naruto here, filter it, and go down to the bottom. As you can see here, I fully awakened it during the anniversary because we got so many insane fragments. And I'll explain to you guys why this is such a good tribe to use in a lot of different places, all right? So first thing it does is lowers enemies damage reduction rate by 27.5% and then deals the actual damage as a single target to the unit. So you lower damage reduction rate first, then you do more damage, making it hit even harder than before. Also has one of the highest percentages to stun. 60% chance to stun them, unable to move for 1 turn. So that is 1 unit that you hit, it's going to stun at 60% chance. Normally stuns are 35 to 30% and 15% if it's even lower by AoE, but this is a 60% chance. So this is the same percentage as a silence, which comes from Orochimaru, right? Pretty damn high. Now it also boosts all allies damage reduction rate by 22%, which is insanely high, guys, and amazing to have for your units, and also boosts all allies damage reduction rate by 24.75%, making it even harder to kill your units. So it gives you an incredible boost for both DIR and DRR, making it extremely valuable in a lot of different places. Right now, if you awaken it, as you guys can see here, it gives it a 1.8% multiplier, and you can use UR Naruto SR. You can use SR Naruto, UR Naruto, and KCM. So KCM replaces all of them. So that's kind of a cool aspect to it as well too. So even if you don't have the UR version or the KCM version, the regular SR Naruto is more than enough to take care of this. All right. Now let's actually talk about the 3 units real quick. Now KCM, you all know, is the best buffer in the game at the moment, probably the most broken unit. So KCM, we don't have to do much. You want to see him, you can look at the KCM showcase and you'll see why he's the best unit in the game. And then you have UR Naruto as well too, which is an incredible hybrid tank and DPS at the same time, and is an A unit, so it does really, really well on both roles. If you get his LB2, he has DIR up and DRR up instead of the SR version, has attack up and defense up. So the UR version is better because of his limit break 2 and the stats. But if you have a 7-star SR Naruto and like a 4-star UR, use a 7-star Naruto. It does make a massive difference, guys. So that is the big difference there. Now let's talk about UR Naruto Kage. Now you can use the SR Naruto Kage as well too, which is the browser version if you want, but the UR is much more superior, obviously, unless again you have a 7-star version of that SR Naruto Kage and you only have like a 3 or 4-star version of this, then definitely use a 7-star, right? Because the anniversary gave us quite a bit. Now this character here is extremely selfish, but he's really hard to kill. The difference between the SR Naruto and the UR Naruto Kage is the fact that his skill, the Master Rasengan Cannon, actually heals him for the UR version, but the SR version doesn't have that built-in heal. It also boosts all allies damage reduction rate by 29% for 1 turn. So you stack even more damage reduction rate with him. If you want to know what I mean by that, his 7th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf actually already gives allies damage reduction rate up if he's active. He also boosts his own attack when an ally dies, and he also boosts additional damage reduction rate if an ally dies again. And this one actually stacks for both, right? So he's a very selfish character. His S2 gives defense up, which is not bad, but it's too low of a percentage to really matter that much, to be honest. Still not a bad skill to have, but overall he's there to pretty much outlive everybody himself. He heals, he gives himself buffs, he gives active allies decent buffs, but overall he's a little outdated, right? But again, super hard to kill if you have him high up. Now Kid Naruto, on the other hand, is the real gem here. Kid Naruto, outside of KCM of course, actually does a lot for the team. Now his actual jutsu is a power creep jutsu, but he increases damage reduction rate by 21% and boosts all allies guard rate by 29% for 3 turns. That's pretty much a full rotation, guys, making it extremely hard to kill you and any of your allies as well too. His skill 2 here actually boosts all allies damage reduction rate even further for 2 turns, so you can stack those. And the guts to never give up, of course, is his trait. His original trait gives DRR up for active allies 26.04%, so that makes Naruto Kage and SR UR Naruto or KCM, whoever it is in that lineup, super hard to kill. Also increases damage reduction rate by 24.04% for the 3-man cell, again stacking, and then also boost guard rate by 26.04% for that cell, and then guard damage reduction rate by 17% for that cell. So that 3-man combo there, guys, extremely difficult to take down, so you can use them pretty much anywhere and they will do quite a bit of good work for you. Now let's talk a little bit about where they're useful for. So I actually went ahead and did a match today in arena for you guys to kind of see how they are in arena. Now the caveat to arena, as you guys already know this because this is one of my oldest concepts and videos, is you must be faster than your opponent for that to take into effect, because if you're not faster, the chances of your tribe being blocked is very common, and if one of the characters dies during one of those tribe specials, you will block your entire turn as well as a stun or a paralyze, right? So it's not usually smart to use that in arena tribes in general, but I went ahead and showed you guys what it does anyways. Okay, so there's not KCM doing his buffs, right? So already adding guard rate and other things to their team, making them even harder to kill now. And with that being said, every time now somebody hits, I've did my skill 2 there and my skill 2 there. Look at this, like almost no damage to Naruto Kage, like literally nothing. Like that cell there is stupid hard to kill, guys. So I'll show you guys here. So they did the buffs there, right? Damage reduction rate stack was done. KCM gave guard rate up and gave crit rate up and also DIR up. So quite a bit of buffs from KCM alone. So they're not there to necessarily do a ton of damage. Like if you have your Naruto or SR Naruto, they won't be doing a ton of damage. KCM will do it on the second turn, obviously, but they're there to pretty much outlive. So if you can set up a team like that and you're faster than your opponent, then that tribe is actually not the worst tribe in the world to use, because you at least have a stun built in, plus 3 really good units that are going to outlast your opponent for 20 rounds maybe even. So let's take a quick look here. Okay, so they're all going to do their jitsus. Now, as you guys are aware, KCM adds additional buffs with his jitsu and is an A unit, so he hits really hard. Kid Naruto is a D nuke against A unit, so as you can see there, the 3 A unit, Kid Naruto is going to hit really freaking hard because of his multipliers. Plus he's going to give me those additional buffs. So there's all my buffs there, you saw that? All those crazy buffs. And then you can see here, Kid Naruto doing the same thing. Gonna do his nuke on an A unit. There you go, look at that, 1.2 million, and also buff there. And then now you can see Naruto Kage here is gonna heal after, because he's the one that got hit, right? Watch his healing. Look at that. 447, like that's 44, I don't know, 447k or that's 44k. But there you have it. Now here's the actual tribe itself. Now we're gonna look at the tribe, right? So here's a chance to stun, to increase damage, increase rate for all allies, and damage reduction rate for all allies. It's pretty damn big, and also reducing the damage reduction rate before even doing this on the opponent. So take a quick look here, who are doing it all. Let me see, I might actually end up killing the opponent for all I know. Animation is actually pretty cool too, so I'm a pretty big fan of the animation. There we go. So 2.9 million, kill the unit obviously. If I didn't kill, I had a 60% chance to stun, but you saw the buffs on the bottom as well too. Pretty much were provided to every unit. Now we're stacking even more damage reduction rate, and let's see how much Naruto gets hit for here. So 148k, like not very much at all from a D unit to an A unit. So I probably guarded a lot of that, and also probably did, yeah, look at that, 47k, like nothing, no damage at all came through. So in arena, guys, I'm gonna say this: if you have the speed and you want to outlive your opponent, that's a very good tribe to use. So I'm going to give this an A+ tribe in arena, especially if you can actually use it. The units themselves are all incredible. So, you know, but we're not rating the units. That's already done on the tier list. Alright, so let's talk about Ninja World Tournament. Now, these 3 units in Ninja World Tournament will give you an S. The reason why they're going to give you an S, guys, is because they're just so freaking hard to kill, and if you can pull off a tribe, that's additional points. So I'm actually going to go ahead and add them to my team and put them back in. I haven't done that, I'm meaning to do it, but I never alter my team because I'm always winning five matches usually. But yeah, I would definitely give them an S here in NWT. They're really, really good, plus that extra stun is awesome, and all the additional buffs you get, and because they're all, you know, Naruto, especially with KCM, because he takes an extra turn, you could actually have a better chance to pulling off a tribe because he's not attacking anybody, right? So if you do a tribe in NWT, you actually get yourself additional points. So definitely gets an S here, 100%. FG, listen, it's an A tribe, but it's not one of the best ones. So in FG, we're gonna just give it an A. If you're desperate, no, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna give it a B. And the reason why is this: if you're desperate and you don't have anybody else, you don't have a choice. Excuse me, but there are way better ones, like New Team 7 is way better. There are other tribes out there that are A tribes that are better. And the 3 units here, like outside of KCM, you're really not going to be using them to do much in terms of damage. Like, I guess Kid Naruto you could use to nuke an A unit, but Naruto Kage's, I mean, he does nuke A units as well, but he's outdated, right? So unless they're super, super buffed, you're really not going to use the 3 of these guys at all in FG. So I'll say B to a B+. Let's just give him B+ to be safe. But yeah, I don't, or you know what, let's go with a B. Because we won't do B+ and A and all that crap. We'll just go A+, A, B, C, D. So we'll give him a B for FG. Unfortunately, the 3 units aren't going to be used that often, as I mentioned. So that alone cripples it. The tribe itself doesn't have a multiplier on any type of units except for the damage reduction rate down. So if it had like 60% on A units, I would skyrocket this even further. But because we don't have that there, that's going to cause an issue. But in Abyss, though, in Abyss, guys, this is definitely an S. I'll show you guys some clips here from my Abyss video here, and you guys can see it does insane damage, and it's also very good for stunning. Like in this one specifically here, I actually end up doing it on Kamui. It doesn't kill Kamui because this is floor 32, obviously doesn't one-shot him, but it does enough damage, and it gives me all the buffs as well too, and also stuns him. So in that regard, it's actually a really good unit, a really good tribe to use in Abyss. So definitely giving this an S. It's probably one of my favorite ones now to use, especially to stop tribe specials or Jitsus coming through and killing off units like Mei or the T units that are really tough to kill. So definitely, guys, an S. Build this up for Abyss. If you're struggling on it, it will take you very, very far. Outside of that, ATB, I mean, listen, ATB, it's not going to do really well either, only unless it was used as a feature tribe, which it was this time around. But even then, it wasn't beating the better tribes out there. So New Team 7 was doing way better than it was. So we'll say, let's also give it a B in ATB, because as soon as it's gone from the featured, I don't think it's ever going to be used again. So we'll say a B as well too. If you're, desperate times call for desperate measures, that's what you'll use. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. I hope this kind of helped you guys kind of understand it. Definitely build it if you have it. It is easily one of the best tribes out there, especially for the content that you need it for, like Abyss, for example, right? NWT, it's going to do really well for you in NWT. And again, if you're faster than most of your opponents in Arena, you can use it. Just remember, there's always a chance to get blocked for a whole turn, which kind of sucks. So I never encourage using tribes in Arena matches, but it's totally up to you. If you do decide to do it, it's not a bad one to have. All right, guys, this is Payne. I hope you enjoyed this video. Look out for that tribes tier list coming soon by the tribes team, and we'll discuss that further once we get there. All right, guys, have a wonderful Monday. We'll talk soon.